Vocable AI is an AI content planner that claims to generate 30 days of multi-channel content. Now watch me review this tool to see if Vocable AI is worth it before you decide to grab this lifetime deal on AppSumo. Now at the end, I'll list out my pros and cons and also reveal my final verdict. Now if you are on the hunt for the best software that you could use today to grow your business, I have my private Notion doc of my must-have SaaS tools for digital entrepreneurs. I have a list of some of my favorite AppSumo deals you can grab today, including other marketing software as well. Now you can grab this Notion spreadsheet for free by clicking the link in my description. You can grab lifetime access to Vocable AI on AppSumo starting at $79 for license tier 1. You can create one brand voice with this tier, but unfortunately they do lock you out of some of the main features of the tool. So if you are interested in this deal, I highly recommend you go for tier 2 or 3. Tier 2 is great if you want to use this tool just for your business, but if you are an agency and you want to use this for your clients, then definitely go for tier 3. Now, I'm gathering the most helpful FAQs I find from the AppSumo deal page, and what I'm going to do is share them in the comments below. So if you are on the fence about this deal, hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss out on the updates I add below this video. So this is my dashboard, and it's telling me to select one channel for 30 days of platform-specific content, or I can select multiple channels for a coordinated campaign. And there are 8 platforms I can select. Now, before we move forward with selecting our channels, when you first create your account, it tells you to set up your brand, okay? So I currently have AppSumo tier 2. So with this tier, I can create 5 brand voices. Now again, if you are an agency and want to use this for your clients, then I think tier 3 would be a better fit. So earlier today, I gave Vocable my company's URL, and it scanned the URL, and it basically gave me this entire report that explains what my brand is. Now let me create a new brand. Now I want to create a new brand from a URL, so it'll scan the site. Now it could be any URL, including one of your clients. So what I'm going to put here is one of my old affiliate websites that I created about essential oils and aromatherapy. So I'm going to click on continue. So now it is currently analyzing my site. Okay, so that didn't take too long, about a minute or so. So this is my brand, and it basically analyzed my site and filled out this entire form. Okay, so it has my brand name, my brand description. So Aroma for All is dedicated to offering a comprehensive range of essential oils and diffusers that nurture the mind, body, and spirit, so on and so forth. So I think this is not too bad in terms of my brand's description, my core messaging. So it positions itself as a trustworthy authority in the aromatherapy space, so on and so forth. This is my audience, so wellness enthusiasts, aromatherapy users. I think this is all accurate. Now, in terms of my value proposition, it says offering an extensive selection of organic oils, in-depth reviews, and educational content. That is correct. I do offer those on my site. Tone of voice, informative, trustworthy, industry, keywords, and there are a list of topics here. You can add topics or even delete them. Now this one here, aromatherapy for different living spaces design. I don't really like that, so I'm just going to delete that. You can also edit anything as well up here. So I'm going to add a keyword here, Rocky Mountain oils, and you can also change anything you want in these forms. Now, just for reference, this is my site. Okay, so you can kind of see what it's about. I created this about 5 years ago. I really haven't had an opportunity to really work on it. But for the most part, it did analyze my site, and also provided the information pretty accurately. You can also add the profile picture as well. So I'm just going to upload a picture right there. And I'm just going to click on save and brand created. Okay, perfect. So now I have 2 brands. Okay, so back in my dashboard. So I'm just going to select all of the channels. So there are a total of 8 different channels here. And then after I select the channels, I am a little confused in terms of what I need to do next, right? If I click on generate, it says fail to create campaign, please try again. So I believe I need to fill out this form here where it says to generate your content strategy. And it's wanting me to share a bit about my goals, content themes, and target audience. And it'll craft a custom plan that truly speaks to your brand. So to me, I think that's a little broad, and I'm still confused as to what I need to tell it to do. Like, should I be telling it to create a blog post? But then again, I am selecting all of these channels here. So what I'm going to say is I want a content strategy about the benefits of lavender essential oils. I want to collect leads through a free checklist. Okay. And choose campaign goal. So there's 4 different ones. So my content strategy is about collecting leads through a checklist. So I'm going to click on lead generation, and you can choose from a variety of languages. And choose brand, I'm going to click on my essential oils affiliate website here and click on generate. Okay, so campaign successfully created. So now let's give it some time to generate our plan. Okay, so it provided me with a list of briefs right here, and there's tons of them. Unfortunately, I don't know exactly how many it generated, but each brief has the specific content type, the status, so you can set it as in progress, in review, approved, or published. Also the deadline on, I guess, when it should be finished and published. You could also view content, and you can move it as well, edit it, archive it, or delete each individual brief. Now, aside from this list view, you can view the Kanban style, and then you can drag each brief into different stages, which I think is pretty cool. It reminds me of Notion or Trello. There's also the calendar view as well. So it looks like it wants me to publish at least, 3 or so on different specific days. Now, if I click on the +1 more, this pops up, but I don't see anything here. If I click +2 more, this pops up, but I don't see anything here. So this could be a possible bug. Now let me go back to the list view. Okay, so I put the first brief, the lavender secret big pharma tried to silence, how one essential oil challenges $1 billion industry. So this is in progress, right? Because I moved it from the Kanban view. And then the second one, my doctor laughed when I mentioned lavender for migraines. Then I showed him this checklist. Okay, I'm going to click on that. So this is a Facebook post. This is a topic and headline. This is the description. Create a personal narrative style post that starts with a relatable moment of being dismissed by a medical professional. Use the PAS framework by highlighting the problem, agitating, and then comment checklist. Okay, so the description seems pretty decent. These are keywords that I guess it wants to use for this Facebook post. Also provide custom instructions. Maybe I can say something like add emojis. Since it's a Facebook post, maybe that'll make it more eye-catchy. Target audience, let's just say stressed moms. And word count, since this is a Facebook post, I'm going to say 50 words. And advanced options, you can set the status to, let's do it in progress. Priority, let's set it high. The due date, let's say maybe May 30th, assign it to, so you could assign this to someone else. And link draft, so select a document. There's no options here. So I'm going to click on update brief, and the brief updated successfully. It's in progress. Now, if I click into it again, I also have the option to create the draft. So I'm going to click on that. And I have 3 options here. Let AI create it, import a draft, or freestyle it. So let's let AI create it. So it's currently generating the content for me. Okay, so let's have it finish here. Okay, here we go. So my doctor laughed when I mentioned lavender for migraines. That's just pseudoscience, so on and so forth. First comment, quick tip for the mamas who are trying this. The quality of your lavender makes a huge difference. I wasted months, so on and so forth. I'm curious about your experiences. So I believe it's wanting me to add this as a comment. It's not totally clear, but that's what I assume. You can edit this however you want. There's a selection here in the kitchen sink, so you can bold it, make this as a headline. But then again, this is just a Facebook post, so I don't think any of this kitchen sink stuff is too relevant depending on the type of content. It did add emojis, so it did follow my instructions. Now, if you highlight the text, this pops up, so you can click on, I guess, these stars are the AI, so you can expand it, humanize it, clarify, shorten it, exemplify, explain, or summarize it. So let me, I guess, shorten it, and let's see how that improves it. Okay, so it changed some words, but it didn't shorten it. Let me try it again. Shortened it a little bit, but I don't think that really worked too much. Now you can also click on this icon and then you can add a comment. Okay, so maybe I can say something like, shorten this to 5 words. Okay, and then I can add that comment. Okay, so now you can click on this little K. You can't see it, but you can click there and then you could view my comment. In terms of viewing other comments, you can click on this icon here, and it'll show the comments added to this piece of content. Now, if I go to document health, you could view the content score. I don't know why it says 0 words, 0 paragraphs. You could view the correctness. So correctness helps you improve spellings, grammar, punctuation mistakes. And then it gives you some tips here. Vocabulary, introduce more varied vocabulary to enhance engagement. Accessibility is average. Ensure your content is accessible to all readers. Consider different abilities and needs. Make your writing inclusive and easy to comprehend for everyone. Include more relevant keywords such as migraine relief, lavender benefits. Use headings and subheadings. Add alt text. Now, I don't understand how this document health panel is really relevant for my Facebook post, right? It's telling me about SEO, even though this is a Facebook post. Styles, maintain a consistent tone throughout the text. So in terms of my Facebook post, I don't really think this is all too helpful for me. For a blog post, I think this is definitely more helpful. I don't know exactly what this 81 out of 100 means. Let's see here, actually. So let me hover over that question. So I don't know exactly what this content score is. If I hover over this question mark, it tells me, right, for each one. But if I hover over the content score, it doesn't tell me. I don't know what that is. SEO is content soon. AI is content soon. So I don't really like this side rail right here. Now, in terms of the words, let me actually copy this and see if it is 50 words, because that's what I included in my brief. Now to check, I'm just going to go to ninjatools.ai and then I'm just going to say, count the number of words in this text. And let's see what Claude and ChatGPT comes up with. Okay, so ChatGPT says 282 words. And for Claude, it's still thinking, but 282 words is definitely much longer than what I wanted to give it, right? I said 50 words, but it's giving me 200 words. So it didn't really follow my brief all too accurately, unfortunately. We can also star this. We can edit the brief if we want to. Yeah, so word count, I said 50, but it didn't follow that. Let's see, we can save it. We can export this. Now you can also you can share this. So actually let me share this with a team member. Okay, so I invited it to a team member and this is what the team member gets in terms of the email. So I'm going to click on accept invitation and it goes back to Vocable and it says you need to sign in or sign up before continuing. So I believe I need to create an account. Now I took a look at the AppSumo deal page and it looks like it says here, someone asked, I see that tier 3 may come with 3 seats. How do we share each of our brands with our clients? So the feature we're rolling out next in the coming days is team feature, which only comes with tier 3, and you can invite 2 of your team members into your account. Okay, so keep that in mind. If you want to invite your team and invite 2 of your team members into your account, you need tier 3. If not, your team members would basically need to purchase their own subscription to Vocable to work with you on the documents. Okay, so I'm back here. So it says it's pending to this team member and it's full access. You can change their access. Anyone with the link can full access. Let me copy this link. Let me go back to my incognito window and I'm going to open up that URL. Yeah, so it goes back to the home page. So that share link goes back to the home page, unfortunately. Okay, now let's go view another brief here. Let's do blog post, 7 dangerous lavender oil myths that mainstream brands want you to believe. Stop everything new research shows under stress management. So some of these topics, the topics are good, but I don't think it really necessarily followed the instruction I gave it. Like the goal really for this, I guess, campaign was to collect leads. The Facebook post did, because it talked about a checklist, but none of these other ones. This one talks about a checklist, but I wish more of these briefs kind of followed what I was looking for, or maybe I just wasn't as detailed enough. This one sounds interesting. This simple lavender technique will cut your sleep. So you could also view content here. Okay, so it's generating content. So I guess it's just writing the blog post. Okay, here we go. So it generated an entire blog post. Unfortunately, sometimes I forget what type of document it is. I guess this icon means it's a blog post, but so yeah, this is a pretty long. Okay, so now it shows the words here. So nearly 3,000 words. Is this really 3,000 words? Let me export this as a Word document. So you could export this. Okay, so unfortunately it says it could not be opened. Not exactly sure why. Instead, I tried saving it as a text file. So this is all of the text. Now let me click on publish and connected channels. There are no connected channels. It looks like we can promote as well, but that is coming soon. Now let's go to the first step, which is write. And let's take a look at this text right here. Discover how a scientifically proven lavender inhalation technique can reduce the time it takes to fall asleep by nearly half, so on and so forth. So I think the text is okay. It could definitely be improved upon, but I think at first try, it's not too bad. It's definitely a long wall of text here. I do like the call to action though. It says, get your free Better Sleep with Lavender guide, right? Because I did ask it to create a checklist, right, to collect leads. So it did follow that, which I really like. Now let's go back. Now, one thing I noticed was that when I clicked on view content, it essentially generated the content, but I'm trying to see which one I was working on. Okay, right here. Okay, yep, it's in progress. So if you click into here, you could edit the brief. Okay, now I can't choose how to create the content, right? Because I guess I clicked on view content. But if you go to a different blog post, so if you don't click on view content, you can click here, then you can create a draft and you have these 3 options. Okay, so you didn't get this step when you clicked on the view content, which I think is kind of weird. You can import a draft. Now import a draft. Now let me find a blog post that I created on my affiliate website. So I'm just going to copy the URL for this, paste it there, import in editor. Please provide a file. So I did provide import a draft. This looks like a URL. It didn't accept my URL, but copy and paste your content. So maybe I could paste it here. So I'm just going to copy all of my text and then paste it there and then import in editor. So just to reference, this is my blog content, right? And let me go back here. Okay, so this is my text. Okay, so this is just a wall of text. There's no formatting, unfortunately. It's just here, so not a good way to work on this. I guess I could copy my text and then instead of using that process, I could just delete it, but then this looks better, but I don't know, not as great. Yeah, so not that great if you want to copy and paste into this tool. Now, if you click on content, you could view the content that's in progress and further in the content creation cycle. Now let's click on plan. Okay, so we were in the plan view library. So these are all of the content pieces that we are currently working on. This one is not started. This one I created earlier today when I was testing out this tool. And integrations. So we have 6 integrations right here. Let me click on WordPress. Okay, so I basically filled out this form here and I connected my WordPress. So now let's go back to, I believe the plan, and let's just, let's see here, Kanban view. Let's click on this open draft and let's publish. Okay, now connected channels. Select, I don't know what this square is, but let me just click on that. And we need to basically fill out our post settings and publish. So let me give that a shot. And for whatever reason, the author, nothing shows up. I put my name, it's not showing up. Category, blog, it's not showing up. So I'm not sure if this is a bug or if this is something to do with my WordPress site. You could put the slug, meta description, status. So I can publish it. So it's something I might need to work with support on in terms of updating this post setting. So I believe, you can fill out this form and it'll automatically publish to your WordPress site. I believe that's how it works. Now under integrations, you can also connect LinkedIn. So you can connect your profile or organization, Facebook as well, and also X. And for the brand, you just saw the brand here. So you can create, if you have tier 3, you can create unlimited brands. And for other tools, there's this ideate feature. So inspiration at your fingertips, generate ideas for every type of content. Let me type in lavender essential oils, generate, and let's see what types of ideas it comes up with. Okay, so it says, ultimate guide to lavender essential oils. Okay, DIY, this one is good. The second one isn't too, not that great, I don't think, but this one is good, DIY. Okay, so the ideas are, decent and, not the best, but let's see, ultimate guide. So we can add it to the planner. Okay, and you need to fill out this brief to add it to your planner, or you can click on start draft. Okay, so it basically just gives you the kind of the description and in-depth guide covering the history, including tips and for selecting high quality oils. Okay, so I guess this is where you can basically write it yourself, the article. Content score, I don't know why it's 71. And let's go back. Okay, so unfortunately, you cannot go back into those lists of ideas. And there wasn't a way for me to save, unfortunately. So you always need to generate it again and again. These are the templates here. So there are a variety of templates. So you have various articles, blog posts, blog outline. These are product descriptions, press releases, ad copy, social media, and also email campaigns. Let's see here, articles. Let's see. Let's do SEO long form post. Not exactly sure how SEO long form post versus blog post are different, but let's just click SEO long form post. What do you want to write about? So you put your topic, your audience, friendly tone, conversational style. You can choose your language and click on continue. So now it's generating the SEO long form post. Okay. All right. So it is done with our SEO blog post. And again, I wish it told me what type of document it is. So anyways, this is the blog post, introduction, history, okay, so on and so forth. So a lot of text here. I don't know why it says 0 words, 0 sentences, 77 content score. Not exactly sure what exactly that means. And so yeah, you can edit it however you want to. And yeah, so this is the blog post. It seems like they want me to create a table of contents with links. So you can edit the text link and remove the URL, and we can copy this and then let's paste it. Okay, so it's just, yeah, the URL. So yeah, I think the content is okay, nothing too crazy. It's like, you could basically do all of this using ChatGPT actually. Okay, so you could go back. So it's nice that they do offer you a variety of templates. But then again, I do think that all of this content can basically be done via ChatGPT, right? You can ask ChatGPT to create all of this for you. I think with this tool, it's mainly the kind of like this planning view where you can view a list of all of your briefs, the content type, the status, the deadline. So in terms of making things organized, I think Vocable is really great at that. But in terms of the actual content itself, you could basically just use ChatGPT, right? Like for example, I could pull up ninjatools.ai and have, Claude and also ChatGPT generate basically this list right here. Okay. So I could basically just give it this prompt. So provide a table for content ideas on lavender essential oil benefits with 3 publications a week for the next 3 weeks. Include columns. I want an idea for a blog post, TikTok video, Instagram carousel, and we can have Ninja Tools basically generate this entire table. Basically, it's generating this, right? So just with one prompt. And by the way, I'll include the ChatGPT prompt in the description below, so you could use it to generate similar content as this. But to confirm, let's take a look here. Okay, so we have these content ideas. So a blog post on 10 scientific backed benefits. Let's open this up. Of lavender oil. Description, a comprehensive guide, a TikTok video, 3 ways lavender oil changed my sleep forever. Quick 60-second demonstration showing 3 simple ways to use lavender oil. So you could basically just use ChatGPT, right? But I think where Vocable comes into play is the organization aspect of it. So here are my pros and cons of Vocable. So I think it's easy to create a brand. Very easy, you just give it a URL. The UI is nice. The UX is easy. It's easy to use. It's easy to look at. And I think this could be great for teams. However, it does require tier 3, so just keep that in mind. And I think this is a perfect tool to keep all your content organized, right? I love the Kanban view, the list view. In terms of the cons, I didn't know exactly how to start. Generate your content strategy is too broad. I don't know what to put there, right? So in the dashboard, it's very broad. I don't know exactly how to start. The content it generates is lackluster. Again, you could just use ChatGPT. The word count specified in the brief does not match the document. The document health panel is buggy and does not offer much guidance. And also the word count is different in the document health panel and in ChatGPT. Okay. So remember with that Facebook post, I asked it to generate 50 words, but it generated way more words than that. And in terms of importing a draft, remember how I pasted the URL? It didn't get accepted. Also, when I copy and pasted the text, the formatting is very off. And as you could see, it's a little buggy here and there. Now, my final verdict, should you get this? Yes, no, or maybe? So I say maybe, but leaning no. So the content it generates is not better than if you use ChatGPT or any of the other similar tools out there like Jasper, Neuron Writer, Surfer, Alphana, Cast Magic. However, I like the process it takes to generate the content. I think the tool is easy to use. It keeps everything organized. And I think it's great for teams who are missing a tool that organizes everything. Okay. You can use another tool, however, to organize your content, such as Notion, Trello, Blue, Stackbee, which is currently on sale on AppSumo. So I would say you could buy it for the UI, UX, and the process, but I would say skip it for the content. Okay. Again, if you want to use this for teams, you do need Tier 3. If you are an agency and you want to create tons of content for your clients, you could use this, right? It creates all the content for you. You can work on the content internally with your team. But again, you could use ChatGPT. Or a better option would be to use Ninja Tools, where you could have access to tons of AI models. Now, Ninja Tools is also a lifetime deal on AppSumo as well. And again, I am going to gather all of the most helpful FAQs from the AppSumo deal page, and I'm going to share them in the comments below. So if you are on the fence on this deal, like this video, also subscribe so you don't miss out on the important information on Vocable AI. Thank you.